Hello everyone, welcome back. Tonight we've got a PowerTech 12 volt power supply with the cigarette plug, which apparently has no power, which isn't ideal. So first of all, bring in this to put it here. So this here will actually tell us the watts that are being used, the power that's going through, 240 volts basically, and the amps that are used. This will tell us a little bit about what the problem is. So if we turn it on, it does nothing. There's no lights come onto the box, and we've got the watts never moved a bit. So what that tends to point to is that we possibly have a blown fuse or something similar. So we'll open it up and have a look. Of course, because we've been plugged it into power, we now have to be a little bit careful. Okay. So on first quick look, nothing too exciting in there. We don't have anything blown apart. We have it unplugged, but we do have a hot section that could still hold some volts, so we're going to be very careful. Guessing, put this on here. Right there we have a F1, so that's going to be a fuse, I'm guessing. So we'll have a look. Bring up the meter, turn it on to continuity, some beeps. And, oops, headbutt the camera. Nothing. Well, good chance that we've got a blown fuse. At least on this one they've been nice enough to help us out. So we've got a 3.15 amp by the looks. Alright, well next thing is going to be to take this board out so we can get to the back and desolder this fuse. I'm not going to have the exact same type, but I'll see what I can find. Okay, so see here, something's gotten very toasty. So that was sitting in like that. So that's directly under our fuse there, where the wires are coming in. Fuse is across here. The whole area is a little bit charcoaled. We'll go right over. Okay. Before we go too much further, we'll grab this, which is a couple of meter probes, and a large resistor in there, and it just so we can dissipate some of this power. Wonder if it's going to show AC. A big cap there. Nothing. Nice. Couple of different caps over here. Nothing. Change it to DC. Cap down here. Nothing. All looks good. Alright. Just to be sure, we'll no power. Good. Okay. So really doesn't look very nice. Wonder what has caused it to blow. It's actually not touching the board anymore, is it? Nope. Wonder if that was moving a bit. That a quick clean with a bit of isopropyl. Guess we may as well have a look at taking this fuse out. Solder sucker, see if we can get some of this off. Put a bit of flux on there before. Add a bit of solder. Suck it away. Bit more flux. Flux just helps all the solder spread. Sucks it up onto the wick. used to moving these cameras around. Check that again. Yes. Nothing. So definitely a fuse blown. If we replace it, is it going to blow again? I'll got a 50-50 chance, I guess. It's either going to blow or it's not, isn't it? I'll have a quick look, see what fuses I can find. Ideally, I'd like to go to a light one. Pop that in so that we can blow up a light one if we're going to blow one up. Alright, I'll pause the video, have a look for a fuse. Okay, so that's me back again. For you it was only a couple of seconds, for me it's been about 10 minutes. The short answer is no, I couldn't find what I wanted. I did find this one here, which is it's the same as what blue, 3.15 amp, same as it's printed on the board. So that will replace the one in there, although I'm probably going to struggle to make it fit. What I did find was these a push-in fuse holder. I'll just clip the end off of one. There's the other one, so we'll clip off that as well. Here. Gives us a tiny little part that we can at least do some testing, and then we can buy one if it's going to work. So glue that down in there. Good job. There's my tweezers there. Yeah, a bit messy yet, aren't we? It's alright. Just testing. So it doesn't have to be pretty yet. The one go. Quick cleanup. Right. Move all these bits out of the way. back in to be a little bit safer. See what fuse we can find. Fuses, short ones. How much power is it going to run? Start off with a 1/2 amp, and we can go up from there if need be. Double check. Focus. 0.5 amps. Perfect. Right. We'll, get it back in. Continuity check. Working.
It's out of the way. It's out of the way. A piece of plastic. Securing. Securing. Oh, it's the right way.
Now, this back in. Outside. So we may get a light here. We may get a bang. Either is going to be exciting enough. Okay, we ready? Keep my face out of it. 1, 2, 3. Nothing. Okay. Plug. Deep mode. We still have power. Or we don't have a blown fuse, I should say. So try again. We'll try see if there's any output, but I doubt it when it's not showing any power. There it is. Alright. So power. Oh, that time we got a pop. Why'd we get a pop that time and not last time? No fuse anymore. Okay, so that can go. That was kind of what we were allowing for. We put the fuse in here. We put a light one, only 0.5 amp, and it blew. So now, did it just simply not handle the power? Alright, let's do it. We'll pull this fuse out. And we'll go to a 1 amp fuse. Once again, we'll check the right. Yep. 250 volt, 1 amp. Okay. I always check because I don't want to put in a 5 amp that happened to fall in there. And it does something that I wasn't expecting. Right. The fuse in. It's touching. Sit this back in so we can put the top back on. Keep us safe. Well, me. Not going to bother any of you if it blows up. So, place your bets. Was it just the fuse is too small to actually run the transformers and stuff inside, or is there a problem further on? If there's a bigger problem, probably going to have to come back to it. It's had its quick check. We'll put a sticker on it and come back at another time. Alright, can't put it off. We'll fire it up. 3, 2, 1. No bang. Didn't last time either. Okay. Turn this to DC volts. Add that in. Now it was the second time that it blew last time. So still nothing. See if I can find a way to test this output then. I'll just pause for a sec. Okay, so I'm back. What I came up with is this here. And it actually has buttons on top. When you click it, it turns a blue light on and powers the sides, I guess. So we'll switch her on again. Nothing. Okay. We got no power. So we'll do unplug this. We'll do a careful check of the fuse. Continuity. The fuse is fine. Okay. So we okay. Idiot. Now we know why it blew and why it probably didn't blow this time. So how many of you are screaming at me? on, we identified that the port part here was loose, didn't we? So I'm guessing that when I solder that back on and we plug it in, it's going to go boom. We'll give it a go. If we're blowing a fuse at 1 amp, that's too much. Go that way. Pretty good connection, especially for what we're doing. Still being careful of what I touch. Sorry. Can't see what I'm doing, can you? And set the power in, set that in, and bring in the power box, even though I expect it's just going to go pop. Stick it in, step back. Righto. Just try it. 3, 2, 1, and it's working. Well, that was unexpected. We've got 2 lights on. Okay. Maybe that loose connection was the original problem for blowing the fuse, because we're only running on a 1 amp fuse instead of 3 at the moment. So give this a try. Says it's outputting 13.1 volts. Very stable too, it's not changing. We've got nice even draw here. It's not bouncing around too much. Turn the lights on, hardly changes. Okay, well that looks alright then. I guess the next thing to do will be to put it together and properly test what the output of this is. Just make sure that it is. This isn't very accurate, I don't think, so we'll have a look on the fluke meter once I put it back together. Alright, switch it off. Unplug and put some screws back in. Actually, what are we going to do about this fuse? How stable is that? Not very. Only held on by those little pins. Alright, so we won't fully put everything back together. Well, I guess we kind of will, because I've got to put the screws somewhere. So bring in that. And what else are we doing? We've got the multimeter on there. We'll put up to DC volts, and I'll get a cigarette plug connector so that we can check the voltage. Alright, I'll pause it and go and grab one of those. Righto, it's me back. So I've got, get it onto the screen, this here, which should be right for testing. Squeeze it in. And then we've got our 12 volts, so we've got our meter up top here. That's on volts. We better plug this in. Make sure yep, the fan's going. We're back to pretty much exactly what we were before. So, without hitting these together. $13.19. Super stable. It's not flittering at all. I think that's a win. Of course, it's going to break down a bit with only a 1 amp fuse temporarily sat in there. So we'll put a sign on there, order a fuse, and we'll put the new fuse in. I guess I better do a video of that when it comes back. Turn this off. Be quiet. So when I get a fuse in that's the right size, I'll come back and show the fitting and show the final connection. Alright, thanks for watching, and hope to see you again.